Yo, so in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to make this super clean 1v1 map in Fortnite Creative. There's infinite build reset, and as I go through the weapons, you just pickaxe them. It's also all made in 1.0, so no UEFN, but let's just get straight into it. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is create a new Kevin floating island, and then just walk into it after it loads. And once it loads, you just want to delete all the floating islands. Then you just want to open up your map and find the middle and place a marker and fly over to the marker and place a wall and then 2 floors on top.
I am under the water.
Then you just want to look up the cube gallery, scroll down and click on this one right here and just size down the height all the way to the lowest point and then place it. Then you just want to increase the width so it covers both floors and then turn grid snap to 32 and place it directly underneath the wooden floors, and then you can delete both floors on top. I then go back to galleries and look up Rain Gallery B and place the first one in the gallery. Then you just want to rotate it and adjust the height so it's on the edge of the platform, and if it's a little short on one side of the platform, you can just copy it, rotate it, and place it to cover up the other side. Then after, you just want to select both lights and place it on the other side of the platform, and then you just want to do that for the other edges of the platform. And then after you place all the lights, you just want to copy them all and then put them on the bottom of the platform, and that's pretty much it for the platform. But to get rid of the wall in the middle, you want to go back to devices and look up trick tile, and then just place it and change activation delay to 0, activate at game start to on, trigger on player contact to off, and trigger feedback to none, and then just click OK. Then you just want to place it under the water so it's covering the bottom of the wall, and then you just want to go back to devices and look up barrier device and place it underneath the water. And then you just want to align it so the red line is on top of the water, and this is how you make it so the players can walk on water. So after you place it, you just want to change barrier material to invisible, barrier depth to 100, and barrier width to 100, and then just click OK. And then you just want to go back to devices and look up player spawn pad, and then just place it on the edge of the 1v1 platform, and then just change visible in game to off and click OK, and then just copy it to the other side of the platform. But now it's time to make the weapons, and there's 2 ways you can do it. The first way is more popular, but it's not as clean looking. The second method is cleaner looking, but you can't see all the weapons at once. But to make the first method, which is more popular, what you want to do is copy the platform that we just made and change the width so it's about half the size of the platform, and then just shrink down the depth a bit. And then you just want to copy one of the lights and place it around the edges of the new platform that we just made. Then after you place all the lights, you just want to go back to devices and look up item placer, place it down, and then just change show rarity effects to off, allow respawn to on, respawn time to 0 seconds, and can be damaged to no, and then just click OK. Then just go back to weapons and go to shotguns, and then just equip any shotgun that you want to use on the map. Then just drop the first shotgun into the item placer, and then just rotate it so it's on the floor of the platform, and you can also resize it to make it bigger. But then just copy it and drop a different shotgun into the item placer, and then just keep doing that for all the weapons you want on your map. That is the first method, and it's kind of nice because you can see all the weapons at once, but it's not as clean looking. So to do the second method, what you want to do is delete all of this, and then just go back to devices and look for a item spawner, place it down, and then just change base visible during game to off, time before first spawn to instant, time between spawns to instant, and then just click OK. And then you just want to drop all the shotguns that you want on your map into the item placer, and then just copy that item placer and click this little gear and click clear items, and then just move it over a little bit and drop all the SMGs you want on your map into the item placer, and then just move it back over to the shotguns. Then just keep repeating this for all the different weapons you want on your map. Then just go back to devices, grab a trigger and place it, and change visible in game to off, trigger by player to off, trigger by damage to on, trigger by water to off, trigger VFX to off, and trigger SFX to off, and then receive damage when invisible to take damage, and then just click OK, and then just place it directly over the first item spawner. And let's go back to settings, come over to this tab, and then just change on trigger, select the first item spawner, so this one right here, and then just click cycle to next weapon, then just click OK. Then you just want to copy it and place it over the second item spawner, delete the first item spawner, and then just click item spawner 2 and select cycle to next weapon, and then just click OK. Then just continue to do this for the rest of the item spawners, and then if you start the game and pickaxe the weapons, they should cycle through. Alright, so now it's time to do the reset button. So go over to devices and grab a button and place it directly in the middle of the platform, and then just change trigger sound to disable, interaction text to reset builds, visible during game to no, interaction radius to 1, and then just click OK. And then just grab an explosive device, place it directly over the button, and then just change can be damaged to off, blast radius to 10 tiles, player damage to 0, structure damage to 1000, knockback to none, play audio VFX to no, visible during game to no, collision during game to off, show health bar to no, and play audio to no, and time until reset allowed to 0.1 seconds, and then just click OK. Then just place a trigger and change visible in game to off, trigger by player to off, trigger by vehicles to off, trigger by water to off, trigger VFX to off, and trigger SFX to off. Then just go back to the explosive device and change explode when receiving from button on interacted and click OK. Then just go back to the trigger and then just change trigger when receiving from explosive device to on exploded. Then go to this tab and change explode device to reset, and then just click OK. And then if you start the game, your whole map explodes. So to fix that, what you want to do is go back over to your island settings, and then just go to equipment and scroll all the way down to environment damage and turn that to off, and then just scroll back up to build mode and change building can destroy environment to no. And then if you start the game again and click the reset button, it doesn't completely destroy your map. So let's say you want to make it so once a player gets eliminated, it resets the builds. So just go back to devices, grab a elimination manager, and you don't want to change any of the settings, but the only thing you want to change is in this tab. Just click on eliminated, send event to explosive device, and then just click explode and click OK. And then the last thing is, if you want to make it so if players reach max height, it resets the builds and teleports them back to the platform, what you want to do is grab a mutator zone, place it down, and then just change enable on phase to always, zone width to 80, zone depth to 80, zone height to 70, pick up lifespan to 30 seconds, and enable VFX to disable and allow weapon fire to yes. And then for this to work, you have to place it underneath the wooden wall, and then just grab a teleporter and place it over the explosive device and change teleport group to none and teleport target group to none, teleport rift to visible to no, play visual effects to no, play sound effects to no, and then conserve momentum to no. And then just go over to this tab and select the mutator zone and on player exiting zone, and then just click OK. Then just go back to the explosive device and select mutator zone on player exiting zone, and then just click OK. And then the final thing is just to change the island settings. So here's all the island settings I used. You guys can just copy them. That's how you make this super clean 1v1 map in Fortnite Creative. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.